Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, come on, go subscribe, like my video, and let's get started. Okay, so as I promised you, today I'm going to share with you my three favorite life-changing books. These books completely changed my entire life, so that is why I decided to share with you. So let's get started. The first one is, of course, Robert Kiyosaki, the basic in a good way, legendary and extraordinary book. Uh, Rich Dad and Poor Dad. I'm sure a lot of people heard about this book, and for me, this is my number two favorite book of all time because it contains a lot of information that I have huge respect towards this book. So, Robert in this book speak about the differences between poor people and rich people, and one of my favorite examples over there, we all have a lot of relatives or friends, or we know guys who are rich or guys who are poor. And if you have already noticed, poor people like to say, I can't afford it. I can't become a millionaire. I can't do this. I'm not capable of doing that. I don't know if I can. However, the rich says, okay, I understand. How can I actually afford it? How can I become better? How can I become millionaire? Instead of finding and causing more problems, you can concentrate on solutions and solve the problem. Because if you are concentrating on negative shit, life is always going to give you more and more negative, and negative. And approximately 2 or 3 days ago, I was listening to one of my favorite entrepreneurs, Alex Hermosi, and in one of his podcasts, he was like, "Okay, I'm poor, and I was born in Armenia, and my father is not rich, and my life sucks, and so we, as a successful person, Alex answers his every problem in a good way. Okay, I know my life sucks, but if I don't take any actions, it's gonna be the same. So, in my opinion, the big difference between rich mentality and poor mentality, sometimes rich people can be broke because broke is a temporary thing. But being poor and having poor mentality is actually, it sucks. It really sucks. It means you're stuck over there and you're actually a loser. And in my opinion, the big difference that rich people and poor people have is how they see time. Because we all trade our time to earn money or to get information and then earn money, but we trade our time, right? And poor people really don't understand and they don't see how valuable time is. One of my favorite quotes in this book is, if you work for money, then you will be poor. Money has to work for you in order to win. So, yep, let's speak about the second one. The second one. The second one. So, whenever I ordered Rich Dad and Poor Dad, I decided to get the compound effect. I didn't know that there was a book like this, the compound effect, Darren Hardy. So this book is actually so impressive. After reading Rich Dad and Poor Dad, I highly recommend you guys to read this one. So in this book, they speak about every day we make a lot of choices, and that choices can actually affect on our future. Even if you think that the choices that you make are so small, are so tiny, they can change your entire life, they can. They actually can. And so let's see this example. So for instance, let's imagine you're flying from LA to Washington. And every 30 minutes, your pilot changes the direction towards left. Like it goes left, let's say 10 degrees left. 10 degrees left, an hour, and then an hour 30 minutes, 2 hours, and then it just goes more left, more left, more left. And at the end, you're gonna see that you're going to end up in a different place that you have absolutely no clue where are you. I mean, you know that you're in the United States. However, you don't know that this is not Washington. This is not where I wanted to come. So it's the same. Every day, the small things that you are making, the small choices, can affect on our future and on our future self. So that is why if you do the same thing that people do, you're gonna end up the same situation that they are in, right? So I highly recommend this book after Rich Dad and Poor Dad. My third favorite book, I think this is my fourth or fifth one, it's Eat That Frog, Brian Tracy. I'm sure everyone knows Brian Tracy. If you don't, come on, go do your digging and actually understand who he is. You're gonna learn a lot from Brian Tracy. So in Armenia, we have a special day that we give presents to our friends or to our relatives or to our family members. And the presents need to be just books. And I got this book from one of my friends. And I'm like, okay, that frog. And do you think it's gonna be interesting? And I started to read the book, and then I'm like, this is one of my favorite books. So Brian Tracy speak about procrastination, and procrastination is some type of laziness. And every day we procrastinate something to call our dad, to call our mom, to go and enjoy our life, or to call a client, or to get into a business, or to learn something new. We procrastinate every day, which is one of the success killers. I'm gonna talk about it later. So Eat That Frog is actually so helpful if you're like a procrastinator, if you are so lazy and you want to start your life from zero and you have everything, but you actually need to take the first action. And again, back to Alex Hermose's podcast. So over there, he was talking about that every small choices can actually give motivation to us. Like for example, if you woke up and if you do your morning stretches or you meditated, let's say, that's a great thing, right? Even if it's small, that's still a great sign for you that it can create more pleasure, more motivation to you to just continue going on, continue going on. So, yeah, procrastination is a really success killer, guys. Never procrastinate anything. Okay, so these were my 3 life-changing books, and at the end, I want to share with you another surprise book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's Dale Carnegie, or Carnegie, I know how to pronounce his name, I'm sorry. So I had this book for over 10 years, and this book is my number one because it's actually, it's kind of emotional to speak about this book, how this pages and this stories changed my entire life. And this book is the story how you can actually influence on people. And whenever we're speaking of influence, we don't just mean by just motivating them. Yeah, motivation is kind of influence. However, you can influence on people by emotionally, in my opinion, influencing someone emotionally is the easiest way if you want to have an impact on that person, right? So on this book, Dale says one of my favorite like sentences of all time, that do not judge anyone because we're not judges. And if you actually start to look at their viewpoint and say, even if you know that they're incorrect, there is a lot of good ways in order to say, hey, you suck, that's bad, don't do it again. And I always look at this situation as a parent. For example, if my child in the future is going to make a mistake, I'm not going to just yell on him or her. I'm just going to explain that it's actually incorrect to do these actions. And if you have already like tried that method, you will know that people get more friendly whenever you're not ordering or kind of yelling on them to do something, because it's completely stupid to just yell on someone and just say, "Hey, that sucked, don't do it again." You have to explain, because getting emotionally, I don't mean just getting angry. And in my opinion, anger is something that can break relationships, like not just like boyfriend and girlfriend relationship, like it can create like companies relationship, friendships, and relationship with your parents, or I know with your relatives, etc. So winning of friends and influencing on people is really significant. So if you want to change your entire mindset, your entire, if you want to question your entire point of views and your mentality, then read this book. It's really gonna help you. So these are 3 and 1 life-changing books that you have to read. However, guys, I want to tell you that just reading books and not taking actions and not learning from that books is really incorrect, because if you're reading a book, then try to get as much as information as you can. I know a lot of people just read because it's entertaining. However, I don't find that you can read like eat that frog for entertainment. You have to have that appetite, that you have to say, okay, I need to learn something from this and I need to get something from this. So don't just read books, read and understand the books, and sometimes spend like a week, a month to actually get the real information. It's really gonna help you. And yeah, these were my 3 and +1 life-changing books. Thank you for watching my video. At the end, I want to say, no one's coming to help you. The only person that can help is you. You have to take actions right now. At the end, I want to say that I'm rooting for you, and stay good. Gonna see you next time.